All right. Hey, Hendrick family and BMW enthusiasts. Josh is in here, BMW South Point. Hope y'all are doing well. Wanted to cover some basic BMW terminology that can be a little confusing for some people. Hopefully this will clarify some of the more commonly asked questions that I get on a daily basis. So here we go. So let's start out with the simpler of the two, and that is all-wheel drive versus two-wheel drive. If you see an X drive, that means it's all-wheel drive. So it's getting power from the front and the back. If you see an S drive, it's two-wheel drive, meaning it's getting power either from the front two or the rear two. In our sports activity vehicle lineup, the X1 and the X2, when you see the S, that means it's front-wheel drive. The X3, 4, 5, 6, S drive refers to rear-wheel drive. Now let's clarify something that confuses a lot of people in the sports activity vehicle segment here. The X1 and the X2 are built on the same platform, as are the 3 and 4, the 5 and 6, the 7 does not yet have a counterpart. The difference here is that the even numbers are always going to be the coupier versions. So they're gonna have that slope design language and sportier ergonomics. Overall space is going to be very similar between the 1 and the 2, the 3 and the 4, the 5 and the 6. The main difference is how the space is distributed. So if you're really looking for ease of access, trunk space dimensions and things like that, your odd numbers are going to be better. If you're more interested in the sporty look, the even numbers are going to be better. Now let's cover the engines. This is where things can get a little tricky, but I've simplified it. If you see 30, it's a 4-cylinder. If you see 40, it's a 6-cylinder. If you see 50, it's an 8-cylinder. All of our engines are going to operate off a twin power or twin scroll single turbo. What this really means is it's one turbo powered by pairs of cylinders in alternating sequence, powered by 2 down exhaust pipes, I think, yeah. Exhaust down tubes. The true M's, you're going to have the same cylinder, and I'll explain that in a second, but it's going to be a twin turbo. So you have 2 turbos, each fed by one of the 2 exhaust down tubes. As an example, let's look at the X3. The X330i, how many cylinders? 4, right? X3 M40i, this middle tier will always have that M in front of it, but it's not a quote-unquote true M. The X3 M40i is going to have 6 cylinders. The X3M will have 6 cylinders as well, but it will be a twin turbo. I think for most people, the sweet spot lies here. Significantly upgraded performance, but not jumping into the upper echelon of the M. Don't get me wrong, the X330i drives incredibly well, but if you're looking for a little bit more excitement or power, the middle variants are going to usually win. Notice how the X3, the base engine is the 30i, whereas on the X5, the lowest engine is the 40i. And the reason is, larger vehicle, right? Needs a bigger engine. So here, we're starting with the 6-cylinder. Then we go up to the M50i, which how many cylinders? 8. X5M, same 8 cylinders, twin turbo. That's where this same cylinder comes in. It's going to be the same as whatever came before it, but it's going to get a twin turbo. While we've been focusing on sports activity vehicles so far, there is a very interesting exception. May not be the right word, but check this out. The 5 Series actually has 4 variants. You have the 530, which is a 4-cylinder, the 540, which is a 6-cylinder, the M550, which is going to be your 8-cylinder, and the M5 8-cylinder twin turbo. All right, guys and girls, hopefully that was helpful, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any further questions, joshua.zen@hendrickauto.com, or shoot us a DM. Until next time, it's Jay-Z signing off with BMW of South Point. See you guys soon.